to turn the Hardy fans here at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo. Tonight, a good one coming your way in the AFC. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. Off we go from a snowy Orchard Park. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being recorded. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 6. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. It is a big run by Cook. It's a gain of 34.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Dax Hill. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Burrow gonna open by putting it up. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down. First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's a pickup of 13 yards. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
That's good.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Off the read, here's Burrow. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That one finds Chase. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. They try to push forward and wind up getting 3 yards with that one. B.J. Hill shuts it down there.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Allen to his tight end, Kincaid, and the Bills have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
19 more on that one, and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
First down.
Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11, and another first down.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
It'll be a short pickup down to the 22. Geno Stone with the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And the Bills are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this down to about the 3. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. The design run here for Allen. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Man in motion is Coleman. On 3rd and goal, here's Allen. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. That is Geno Stone, a guy as tough as they come, in from his safety spot to record the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. Officially a 29-yard attempt. Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Bills are out to an early 3-0 lead.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
So after the field goals to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bengals offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Play action now. It's Burrow. Pass caught. Gesicki on the right. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. Football here to begin the 2nd quarter. 3rd and 9. As we are ready to get back underway. The pressure too much, and he goes down. That is Joey Bosa in on the sack.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Here's Ryan Rico now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. Ball security, a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. First and 10, and it's Allen. To the left side, it's caught by Shakir. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Allen, going to give it to Cook. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Bills first down.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 more yards. Complete to 0, Keon Coleman. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Second and inches.
Line.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. Here's a handoff to Cook. And he'll have enough to move the chains. We'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Allen going to make the read and hold on here. He'll take this forward for about 5.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 4. In motion goes Cooks. A run up the middle with Cook. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Jordan Battle up for a safety spot, makes the play.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Allen going to keep it on the zone read. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Cook. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Cook. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Bills. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were a big guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Now the veteran, Matt Prater, for the extra point. These kicks not a given in the snow, but this one is good. And the Bills are out to a 10-0 lead. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Charlie Jones now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Throwing is Burrow. He'll set up the screen to Brown. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete. Mike Gesicki was the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
They just desperately need to get something positive going here, Mike. It just feels like they're a play away from really jump-starting everything they've talked about being good at throughout the course of the week's prep. And it's really been the inability to sustain drives. So critical 3rd downs, better on 1st and 2nd. Somewhere it's got to pop, and somebody's got to make a play.
He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Demetrius Knight there on the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
He'll find Shakir open right side. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
That's good for
A gain there of 15. First down, Buffalo.
At the 49-yard line.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run. We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Josh Allen. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
A pass caught right side by Coleman. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll send their tight end left. Now Brown. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
He'll look underneath here for Brown.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to throw, Burrow. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
The veteran Jordan Poyer had the good coverage, and he knocks that one away. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now, Burrow. He'll find Chase. That's complete. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now, Burrow. Right back to Chase. He's got it again. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second. As they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down. Burrow to throw. Open left side is Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board. It's now 10-3. All right, Scott, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we get ourselves ready for this second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Bengals offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They go play action for Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On the ground, it's Brown. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. They get 21 on that one. It's a Cincinnati first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
A carry here for Brown. He'll get about 2. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle.
Bernard on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the Bills' 47-yard line.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a second and 7. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To the left side, caught by Chase. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
The tight end Fant in motion. He'll push forward for about a yard. That is Deion Walker in there on the stop.
36-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow. They'll try to set up the screen here. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Bengals first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Bengals.
Man in motion, heading left. Now Burrow going to do this himself. And he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Gesicki, the man in motion. And he's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bengals will tie things up. It's now 10-10.
Evan McPherson.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Allen. That's to the left side, taken in by Coleman. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 1. Allen working from the pistol. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They get 16 on that connection. Good for a Bills first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Allen will give this to Davis. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
He's brought down by Barrett Carter. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. They'll run the draw with Cook. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Eric Carter that time, there to make the play.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd down, they need 5. From the gun, throw here for Allen. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. Low-scoring game, all tied, 3rd quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Burrow now. That is caught. Finding Higgins. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
1st down. A gain of 9 yards.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start.
Still 1st down.
Throwing is Burrow. He'll swing this one out to Brown.
Burrow's pass. Complete to Chase Brown. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
They motion a receiver right. Burrow here on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Yosibon. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain there of 24 yards. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bills' 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. They bring Chase in motion. There's that man again. Another catch. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Burrow. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. To throw is Burrow. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
And the Bengals first down. First and...
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. 4th quarter is underway, and it's a run by Brown. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And they continue to churn out 1st downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
Bengals first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score.
From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Brown is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
On is McPherson for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bengals go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
Bills 10.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Johnson now to return. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he'll get ahead for a couple as the flurries continue to fall.
At the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. In motion goes Cooks. They'll run the toss with Cook. And he's going to be close to the 1st down. And just a yard short of the line to gain, so that'll bring up 3rd and short yardage.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak. That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They go, and here's a pop pass to the receiver coming through. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs. The Bengals offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw, Burrow. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 14 on that play. 1 play, 1 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They'll run here with Brown. He makes one man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
The tight end Fant in motion. Here's Brown. And he's going to be brought down at the 27, but that's enough. 1st down as they do it on the ground.
And the Bengals 1st down. A 4-yard
And defensively, these are the opportunities, Mike, at this stage in the game you just can't miss. It's a close game. 4th quarter, you find yourself trailing. You've got to be able to come up in that spot and force a stop. Instead, now the offense can drain even more time off the clock with a fresh set of downs.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Really nice coverage there defensively. And here you find yourself in a 1-score game. Like, he understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away. Snap it again.
2nd and 10. Now, Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Brown. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We'll see if they can put this one out of reach. When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. They keep it on the ground twice, Mike, and they have no success. So now if you're the play caller, that starts creeping into your head. Do you have confidence in a third attempt, or now do you try to change it up and go play action and put the ball in the air?
It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bengals move out to a 24-10 lead.
24, Bills 10.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. Woo! And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Bills offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
What is it? I'm going to put that jersey on.
It is 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
To the air on 3rd down, here's Allen. And they will finally run him down. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 33 yards.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
They get 20 on the connection. 1st down, Buffalo. To throw again, it's Allen. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Intended for
James Cook, the intended target. And it'll be second and goal.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end.
That one, take it in. Brandon Cooks, touchdown Buffalo. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Prater on to attempt the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bills back within 7. It's 24-17.
Bills 17.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Travel start on the ground, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Play action now. It's Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. First and 10. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And tough for the defenders as well to get leverage and get their hands on it. Taken down after a gain of 4. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. It is 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down. The Bills going to use their final timeout here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. They were able to handle the elements. They're going to wind up victorious here in the snow. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say goodnight from Buffalo.